Just got to get the podcast going. This ain't gonna take me long. This ain't gonna take me long at all. What's going on with y'all? If y'all checking it out, where y'all from in Texas? If y'all live in Texas, where y'all from in Texas? Y'all ain't in Texas. Tell me where y'all listening in at tonight. Tell me where y'all listening in at tonight. Just want to know where this podcast reaching out to. Where's this podcast reaching out to? Tell me in the comment section where y'all from. And if y'all from where y'all from, and wherever y'all from, man, is it THC friendly? Because you may be getting some people moving over there with y'all. Is it THC friendly where you're from? You know, because Texas is about to get rid of it. Okay. What's this? All right, so let's go ahead and get it started. Already, everybody, it's your boy, Mr. E, boss of the Southside Bosses, and this here is Revolutionary Hour / Reggae Hour, where we bring y'all some of these fire events that's going on in this day and time right now, because I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I've been paying attention, and I want to bring this to your attention. It's getting crazy. Now, this isn't really gonna be too much affecting everybody that's listening. You know, I got people that's listening and watching from all over the world, but I'm gonna be specifically talking to Texans tonight. I know I'm coming at y'all real early. It's 12:30. Either it's too late or it's too early. I get it, but I just had to get this information out to y'all, and because they doing this right, like they sliding it up underneath the door, and a lot of us ain't paying attention. And one day we're going to be walking up to our favorite smoke shops and wondering why the doors are locked. Because I guess we ain't paying attention. So that's what we're going to be talking today. In Texas, SB3, the Senate Bill 3 has passed the Senate floor, and is almost completely banning THC in Texas. They are like one or two more steps, and then it will be completely banned in Texas. And they are calling for immediate shutdown of shops that sells any kind of a THC or hemp derivative. So we're going to be talking about that in just a moment. But first, we got to satisfy the lawyers with the disclaimer, because we're going to be calling out some names that I ain't trying to get sued. It's going to be all factual, though. Trust me, baby.
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate.
I'm not suing anybody. I'm trying to keep from being sued.
It is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions.
You know, you get on this podcast, you start making some waves, and all of a sudden,
this site takes no responsibility.
They want to sue you for what you be saying. I ain't saying nothing but the word. You know what I'm talking about? What's good, Mr. Savage? How you doing, Caleb? Let me see. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into it, man. If you are from Texas and you have been going and buying this legal weed, THCA, CBD, CBG, you know, they're passing Senate Bill 3. Now, I'm not in the industry, but I keep up with the industry because the industry and reggae go hand in hand. You heard me? You can't listen to some good reggae without puffing. But you know, let's talk about how the Senate is passing this bill, SB3, and SB3 is about to ban all THC products in Texas, whether it's THCA, Delta 8, Delta 9, CBG, HHC, any kind of hemp derivative. And once they do that, you're not going to your favorite uh uh shop to get your favorite strain anymore. It went through 9 hours ago. About 10 hours ago, because I've been getting ready. But yeah, it's 10 hours ago. It passed the Senate floor. Right now I'm looking at it right now in the news. With passage of SB3, Texas Senate green lights ban on THC products in the state. And you already know that Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is all over this. And yeah, it's a lot of businesses that's going to be out of luck. Thank you, Indonesia, for tuning in. Hey, I know y'all probably don't have these kind of problems over there, but yeah, it's a problem I think we need to talk about over here in Texas, man. So first, if y'all are brand new to the channel, thank y'all for tuning in. We got a lot that's going on here. We talk about reggae, we talk about politics, we talk about events, we talk about all types of events that's going on. But tonight I want to talk to all my weed smokers, or not even just my weed smokers, to all my THC partakers, people who need this for their PTSD, for their chronic pains, for their chronic illnesses and things of that nature. They say they're trying to work this so that it doesn't. Thank you, little humming. Thank you. You're beautiful as well. All my listeners are beautiful. Thank you. And hey, we like minds track like minds, so we got beautiful people hanging out together. But yeah, so to Texas Senate for to pass this bill, and once they pass this bill, it's going to be very hard for people to be able to get. It's going to be very hard for people to get their hands on some pain relieving medication. So they say they're going to be trying to work with regulations, but it's going to be outright flat out ban. And that's going to cause a lot of problems. And if you do crack, hey, that's it's still legal. It's still illegal, Ain't nothing changing with that, So yeah, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Please share me too, because we do talk about a lot of good things on this channel. But with the passage of the SB3, it's a bill that will ban the sale of THC products, and it has passed the Texas Senate, and it was approved 24-7. Now, I just found out this isn't just the Republicans. This is a bipartisan bill. You have Democrats that's also helping to push this bill as well. So you got both the red and the blue for that got all of this going, trying to push this. So it's like, who do you vote for here? This is the type of stuff that we be talking about when we say you need to actually know who your candidates are, instead of just listening to their talking points and hear that they're calling out somebody you don't like. And no, it's pretty much just you voted for these people, and now they're doing things that's going to hurt you. This is why you have to vet the people that you vote for. And it's all because big cannabis coming in to set up for recreational license. And that's the thing. If they were, you would think they would be down here fighting for this bill to be thrown out, because with this bill, it's going to block recreational cannabis from even coming to the state now. They said that they're going to be missing out on only $19 million over the next 2 fiscal years, but I beg to differ on that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be missing out a lot more, because it's such a big industry in itself. Most cities that start selling cannabis legally end up making over $1 billion before the first fiscal year is even out. So I think that they're throwing a $19 million number just to throw it off and make people feel like, oh, it ain't that much money. We're not missing that much. And you're missing a lot, you're missing out on a lot, especially when you got a lot of Texans who are living a quality life because they have access to this and ain't messing with nobody. I mean, right now, I think they need to get, when they had their guns, their oil, and their whiskey, you need to go ahead and throw in that weed, man. It's what Willie Nelson at when you need him. You feel me? But we got Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who's championing this bill all the way to his desk. Once he gets to his desk, gets to Abbott's desk, Abbott already said he's signing it. So I'm just wondering, what is that going to do to the underground market? because I'm pretty sure now that you ain't going to be able to go into your favorite head shop to get it, you're going to be, it's going to be underground now. No too much competition. They need to monopolize. They aren't missing out on shit. It's hemp versus marijuana. I promise, as someone in the industry, hemp, yes, I get. And I've been talking to a lot of people in the industry. I've been talking to Crazy Craig's Custom Pipes down here in Corpus. Also been talking to the owner of Mr. Nice Guys. And this is something that will affect not the hemp industry, because you have the Texas hemp industry that has been fighting against this bill as well. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find out who that was in the Texas hemp industry. The Texas Hemp Business Council. Mark Borders is the executive director of the Texas Hemp Business Council, and he said that this bill will weaken public safety by pushing what are now legal and regulated products onto dangerous black markets. Additional regulations will be more effective at improving safety than a sweeping government overreach proposed in Senate Bill 3. So he's even against the Senate bill from passing this. There is a war against the hemp industry by big cannabis, who is buying politicians and getting the initial licenses. But if it's already banned, how would they even be able to get any licenses? Like, the only licenses that they said that they're going to be allowing is medicinal licenses. Now, they won't be doing any recreational. THCA is a hemp industry big dog. I get you. Yeah, I know. I've been smoking THC for the past 3 years, and they are when they actually specifically in this bill called out THCA, and CBD and CBG and HHC is actually getting caught in the crossfire. They actually are saying that THCA is bad and that children are getting their hands on it. You know, that's how they're going at this, is that it's harmful to the children. I'm like, what, like cigarettes? You know, like MD 2020, Mad Dog 2020, like what White Claw, like what? We still selling a hell of a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? And for them to actually be gunning after, and the thing about it is, okay, so the law that they passed in 2019 through the House says that they can't sell anything that has a THC level over 0.3%. That's like hardly nothing. That is just regular hemp. It's not supposed to even have a psychoactive effect at that low. But maybe it's because I have a high tolerance. They clear up the hemp industry, move into regulated cannabis in order to limit competition. THCA is competing with medical and recreational. No money in medical cannabis or recreational THC is on the market. Oh, yeah, true. Because if you could just go into your local hair shop, you don't have to wait for your doctor to write that prescription. And definitely is a definite difference between medicinal, medical, and the THCA that you get in the shop. So we already know medicinal, that ain't really nothing. That's pretty much just CBD, CBG. You're not getting any psychoactive effect from that at all, right? I mean, you get none from that. So yeah, I can see them clearing up the hemp industry on this behalf, like getting rid of all the head shops. And as soon as they get rid of all the head shops, they're probably going to move in on a medicinal. But once they let me see, fucking exactly. And meanwhile, work with Senate in order to set up the rules to monopolize the game before they move in. Okay, I can see that. I can see that now. See, now that I can see, because let me see. Put that back on. Boom. Yeah, this I can see. Them getting rid of it's like the police move in, or not the police, excuse me. It's like they move into a new neighborhood and they got to level the neighborhood, they got to gentrify it. So what they got to do, the first thing they do is they knock down all those buildings. They knock down all the buildings, they clear the land. So I can see you on that one. They clearing out all the hair shops, they clearing out all of the they're getting rid of the competition. Now it's a dry land. So when they move in, they don't have to compete with anybody. I can see that. Now, how long do you think this plan would take to even go into effect? Because we would definitely want to be able to see some kind of movement within the next 5 years, and because it's people that is low level people that was getting 2 to 5 years. Okay, I can see that. And See, and I can believe that. It's not just happening here in Texas, it's happening everywhere. I went up to Vegas thinking I was going to get some real good stuff out of Vegas. That was the most bunk stuff I've had, swag that was better than that stuff that I bought out of Vegas. And they were like, well, you got to get the more expensive stuff. If the regular stuff ain't even hit me in like anything, why would I want to spend more money? So I feel like, yeah, they probably pushed in, especially in Vegas, they pushed it in low quality at that, because I'm starting to see, or starting to feel, the low quality is starting to take over. It is. It's starting to take over. And within 2 years, you get shitty medical. 5 years, they move on recreational once it's normalized. Yeah, because it seems, I could see that. I could definitely see that, because the stuff that's coming out now, man, it's like, for real. I'm glad I never lost my underground plug. I'm so glad I didn't lose that number, because yeah, it's, you can feel the difference. I thought it was the growers. I mean, obviously it's the growers, but I'm thinking it was just strictly, maybe there was just some bunk growing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to feel like now it was a plan. They pumped in all this this nonsense weed, this weed, psychoactive, that does affect your behavior. And now they're saying it is all dangerous for the children. I can see that. I can see that. And of course, with your child acting different, you know, I don't know about back in, how old y'all are, but I've been smoking since the 90s. Boy, Cat Williams had it on point where he said, I mean, three things happen to you when you smoke. You get hungry, you get happy, and you get sleepy. That was it. Your mood may have changed, but your behavior did not change. You just got a little bit of fuck it in your system. And I feel that. And I just like, now it's like I'm starting to see these children, they talking about they smoke weed, this and that's all they do. But yet it's like, man, you kind of jittery. You sure you don't pop Percocets? Are you sure you don't pop Percocets? Because this is looking like, you know, it's affecting on a major level. All right, so you got to smoke rosin and fuck the fly. Man, look here. I'm probably gonna get booted off of here. But let me get the right one. I'm already there, bro. Hey, I've been transitioning off that flower for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, at least I know my peoples with this, because yeah, and it's that real deal. But yeah, let me, you know what? I'm gonna show this one. But yeah, he say, but you gotta smoke that rosin and fuck the flower. It's not the growers, it's the distros. Don't buy weed over 27% because it's fake test. 95% of the weed in the world is 20% if it says anything else. Okay, I feel you on that. Now, I have seen, even from California, and it has put a boy out of there. It has put a boy out of there. I've had 32%. I don't know if it's because of it being California, but yeah, in Texas or anywhere else, I will be worried. I will be skeptical about that. That's strictly why I'm glad I still got my underground plug, which brings up that the underground. Now that if Texas actually bans it, the underground scene, most places in Texas, I ain't gonna say most, a lot of places in Texas have already decriminalized. They've already decriminalized marijuana, and they won't punish you if they catch you for it. So obviously, this is a sign that they are clearing out the competition and bring it in. But what about if the competition stay underground? Now that I understand the world record on cannabis persistence is 30%, lick that shit up. Grandfather, yeah, it was grandfather OG. Man, okay, so yeah, because the damn show was grandfather OG. Yeah, I know that because we still get that shipped to over to Texas every now and again. You know what I'm talking about? But when the underground market though is gonna blow up, I can just see it already. Like I'm it's going to be so much tax money that they are going to lose out on. It's going to be way more than $19 million over the next 2 fiscal years. I beg to differ on that. I don't think it's going to take 2 years for them to miss out on $19 million because of the tax situation with it right now. They got to be eating good off of it. But I guess since they got the oil money, you know, they ain't trying to look for no new money. They trying to make it comfortable. Yeah, it's booming. It's right. Because you got the ones who got the head shop. They already got the connections. All they have to do is just find a trap somewhere. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do now is move it off of Front Street to the black market, to the underground market, to the side street. And they got their side street hustle back. I know this because one of the people that I know that has a hair shop right now, I used to buy from back in the early 2000s at not day house, you know, obviously you ain't gonna go to day house, but the trap house, you feel me? So yeah, I can see the underground market is just gonna blow up. I can actually see them criminalizing it again. They're gonna have to, in order for the big farmer or the big cannabis companies to move in and start taking over, because if they don't criminalize the underground market, if they don't bring it back to where they're locking people up for selling marijuana, it's not going to be anything to take over when it gets it, because all people was waiting on was for Texas to say, hey, you can go get a shot now. And almost everything in underground these days is still THCA. Every trap I've walked into, I've been like, I've sold 100 pounds of this shit last week. Right. Yeah. And see, I can tell the difference between regular THC and THCA. My tolerance for THC is THCA is very, very low, because after a while I'm like, I don't want to feel like this isn't the high I was actually looking for. So I end up going to the black market and getting something that puts me in a mood again, you know what I'm saying? But one thing about this, boy, is this the live resin. Actually, I think this actually Pineapple Express live resin. I got the runts, the diamond runts too. But those right there, they go hard every time. And I just don't like what is it about the feeling? Why is it different feelings when it comes to smoking some of these different strands? It's because it's like some of the stuff makes you depressed, and it don't even be indica. Because I know indica puts you in the couch, and sativa has you up walking around the house, you know what I'm saying? And then you got hybrids, but I like to do a lot of hybrids. Yeah, that's what I say, rosin. It's my accent. I'm from Atlanta, so my accent is atrocious. Don't even worry about that. But yeah, so you know, I can tell the difference. THC makes me get major headaches. Yeah, see, I've been there. Fire Lord, exactly. I've been there where the THC I'm smoking, it gets me headaches, and I'm like, wait a minute now. I've smoked swag and haven't gotten headaches before. Like, come on now, what's going on with this? So that's what made me transition from going strictly to the shops to keeping that underground market going. I gotta stay with my underground plug, because you know, as long as I got the underground plug, I know I'm gonna be happy. But like the thing about you say sativa versus indica, diamonds infused to bring percentages up, regular THC is normal weed. Actually, I've done this. THCA is actually a derivative. In order for you to get actual THC, you have to put THCA to some fire. It has to come across some heat, and then it's released, and that's what grows the actual percentage out. THCA, that's why it has the A at the end, is because it is the derivative right before you actually get full-blown THC. And that's the only reason it was allowed to be sold in Texas, is because it wasn't THC. THC itself is already outlawed and banned in Texas, but it was allowing derivatives such as Delta 9, Delta 8, Delta 9, HHC, THCA. They even have, I believe it's THCQ, or they got these other THCs out there, but they are supposed to be very low on the THC level. So this is the only reason it even passed in 2019 with the House bill. But other than that, it was THCA is like, every time I research it, it said THCA, and then you got THC, which is the stuff they used to sell in California. You know what I'm saying? But being that the market wants 38%, that shit ain't real. So people infuse diamonds into it. I hear Illinois is also selling legal weed for $50 a gram. I also heard about that. That's another good right there. Like, and Illinois at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, we used to traffic up there. Not to Illinois, but to the north, you know what I'm saying? To north in the Midwest, like that, top of the Midwest and stuff. We used to traffic up. They used to have to come down here to get it. They used to have to come down here to get it. You know what I'm talking about? Now it's like everybody, because now people everywhere, all over the United States is growing, and that's a beautiful thing because that's what it breeds competition. Well, it converts naturally over time. They freeze the weed after it's taken down and trim upon order, but THCA decarbon into delta 9 THC. Uh, okay, that may be true. The delta 9 and turn into delta 9 THC. Everything I've read has always said just regular THC. It didn't say anything about delta 9, but it is a form of delta 9. And say, if Illinois using that THCA, then that's waste of money for me if I move up there. Well, see, that's the thing. Some states are allowed to sell strictly THC, and the THCA is like the guideline to get up underneath the bar. In Texas, that is, to get up underneath the bar, and in Florida the same way too. They're not allowed to actually sell, but Illinois, from what I hear, is a fully 100% recreational state. I may be wrong on that. Matter of fact, I need to look that up before I say that. And then Illinois sue me, be like, they think I got their hopes up. Illinois recreational marijuana laws. Let's see that. Let's look that up real quick. I want to find that out. Adults over the age of 21 can legally possess, consume, and purchase cannabis in Illinois beginning January 1st, 2020. So they may not have the THCA. THCA plus delta 9 equals regular THC on test. Maybe, but it hasn't on my test. That's one thing they showed up. The levels have been showing up very, very low. And I can say this though, THCA is stayed in my wife's system a lot longer than regular THC. She don't smoke like that, and she takes regular tests. And THCA, she hasn't smoked in months. And the last thing that she smoked was THCA, and that has not gotten her to her system as of last week, I believe. And it's been since December she's had THCA. So I know that much is that's fact. I don't know why it is with her like that, but regular T, whenever I go get my plug, she can chill out for one night or whatever, have our little nights of hanging out and stuff, and then she won't go for about another month, 2 months, 3 months, and it doesn't show up in her system after a month. That THCA though, she's still getting hit with like, hey, why is this still in your system? You know, you know what I'm saying? So it may be the delta 9 is what's considered illegal and what distinguishes hemp from cannabis. So that under 0.3 is referring to delta 9. Because delta 9, I don't feel anything with delta 9. I like every time I smoke delta 9, delta 8. Yeah, they even had this delta 10. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, it was like delta 10. They said that the lower the number, the stronger the strain, though. That's what I was, again, I didn't really look into the actual. You're confused because you're seeing the word delta and thinking delta 8 or 10 or another alt cannabinoid. No. When I go in, I specifically, they asked me, what do you want? Do you want delta 8, delta 9, and even one time introduced delta 10? And then they said, or do you want THCA? Because I was smoking delta 8 and delta 9 before they even introduced THCA to Texas or into Corpus Christi. Let's just say that. If it is, then it's not very strong because I've had swag. I smoke swag. Matter of fact, smoke swag most of my smoking career. So I probably 23 years I was smoking swag. And I mean, if delta 9 is regular weed like swag or what we call in Atlanta Reggie, then it's very, very weak. That's why I stay away from deltas. I even stopped smoking for about a couple of months when I was looking for a job. Marketing is weird and it's confused you. Delta 9 is the illegal stuff. Well, it's about to be illegal. Like I say, THCA was named in the bill, but so was Delta 8 and so was Delta 9. That insinuates that the Texas ban SB3, the Texas bill SB3, they want to make Delta 8 and Delta 9 and THCA and HHC. Now, this is the wording of the bill. You got to read the bill. They put those exact strains in there, leading with THCA. I hear you, but I'm also reading it. While I'm doing this, I'm reading. I've been keeping up with it for about 2 weeks now since they introduced the bill. But hey, I get you. But the Delta 9 is not wherever I don't know, in Corpus and Nueces County is still legal until they pass this bill. Okay. All right. Well, let's see that. All right. Let's see that. And this is the when they made it legal here. Let's see that. Let me see what article that is. And Delta 9 Texas illegal. All right. So again, when I'm looking it up, CBS News, a bipartisan vote passed a bill to ban THC in the Texas Senate on Wednesday, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick announced. Senate Bill 3, authored by Senator Charles Perry, bans Delta 8, Delta 9, and all other forms of intoxicating THC, including beverages. They just did that today, 9 hours ago. So during the Delta 9 THC is classified as a controlled substance, making it illegal unless it's derived from hemp and contains less than. So Delta 9 THC can be less than 0.3% according to the the 2018 Farm Bill. So you got to read the whole thing, and you put a clip in there, and the clip, the definition of hemp is any cannabis. And see, that's actually what it's okay. So this is what it says in the actual bill. This is the actual article. I had to bring it up. So let's see right here. This is what it actually says. And as you see, it's saying that you can have Delta 9, but Delta 9 up to 0.3% was legal by dry weight. It has to, the Delta 9 has to contain. So they have Delta 9 that they were selling that was legal. So now it's banned. It's banned now. All of it. That Texas Farm Bill 2018 is out of there now. It's of no use. They have to now bring new legislation in order to reword it so that they can even do anything with any of that. Any of that. So you're saying that they passed a bill that didn't need to be passed because you're saying that now any marijuana is cannabis over 3.3% Delta 9. Yeah, okay. So you're talking about according to the federal law. Because okay, so cannabis with more than 0.3% Delta 9 THC, meaning that there are cannabis strains with less than 0.3%. That was up until 10 hours ago legal. Now it isn't illegal. It doesn't matter how much it is. It could be 0.1, but it's illegal. Right. Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, there was Delta. That's what I'm saying, because I know I was getting it and it was legal. The police even said it was legal because it was under a certain amount, but it was still Delta 9. But like I said, now it's all gone. That's all gone. So now it don't matter. You ain't gonna know if you're getting Delta 8, Delta 9, THCA, HHC, or CBD, CBG, whatever. F8, ABC, XYZ. You're just gonna be getting it from the plug, or whatever the plug said it is. That's what it's gonna be. That's exactly what it's gonna be. Hey man, for real. What's good, Zare? Hey man, what's good, boy? We gotta link up, man. For real. Now we just over here talking about Texas banning THC, so you can no longer get the legal weed now. No more legal weed, man, in Texas. Everybody shit is gonna be coming outside of Texas, and watch the big cannabis corporations may move in, but they're gonna have to really pass some heavy legislation to criminalize marijuana all over again. They're gonna have to really tell these state attorneys, district attorneys who have been laying low, laying slack off of it, saying, you know what, I ain't bothering nobody with about that no more. They're gonna have to get on them again. That means that they're gonna have to get district attorneys in office, district and state attorney in office that are against THC in order to get them to actually, do something about it. Okay, all good, bro. I'm in Florida, still got my car, but it's going to be Louisiana law on the MJ. Oh, yeah. So what, the Louisiana finna pass a hemp law or something? We got to look into that. THC law? We got to look at, now I got to look into Louisiana because they right next door. And I know some people that get their stuff from Louisiana. So now I got to look into the legislation of Louisiana legislation to find out what's going on about that. But as of now, Texas, you can no longer get your marijuana from the corner store. They still on 3 strikes. I thought so. Yeah, that's why I'm staying from over there. I already got one. I already got 1 strike in Louisiana. I ain't dealing with them. So yeah, I will be flying over there, that state, every time I fly over. I ain't dealing with Louisiana, boy. For real. Man, yeah, we definitely got to chop it up, boy. We got to chop it up. Yes, sir. So, hey, again, I want to hear what y'all think in the comments. Is it going to boost the black market for THC in Texas? And if so, is your plug ready? Make sure your plug be ready, man, because a lot of these men, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna sell out quick because they ain't had them people coming to them for years. Tell them to remember who you are. Remember you, because you've been with them since the beginning. You feel me? You've been ride or die with them. So don't let them play you, man. Make sure that plug understand who you will, boy. Already now, we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. This is your boy, Mr. E, boss of the Southside Bosses. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Caleb, for educating on us exactly what marijuana and hemp is. And right now, Texas, you ain't gonna know what you're getting when you're smoking it. So see that I think that made it more dangerous. I really do think it made it more dangerous. So hopefully we ain't got to worry about children coming through and losing their life over some bunk ass weed. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we can find some way to regulate it so that the people who need it can get it and the people who don't need it can't get it. And I want to bring up one thing before I leave. Do you know that Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick? Hold on, Caleb. Before you label, I want you to hear this. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick himself tried to prove that it was easy for children to get marijuana from these head shops. That he went himself into a shop and thought, since he was Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and his face is everywhere, that he should be known, that they wasn't going to card him. Guess what they did? They carded him. And he was like, I'm Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. You know who I am. I don't need to be carded. I bet. Oh, you in Georgia? That's all. Let's say it. See, I'm eight. That's let's say it. That's all you had to say, man. Because I know Georgia. I know Georgia do you like that. That GBI don't be playing, man. GBI don't be fucking around, man. Man, so be careful out there, man. I hope they don't take away y'all rights and make y'all, you know what I'm saying, go out of business or whatnot, man. Keep fighting for your rights, man, because you got your livelihood, you got the way you feed your family, and nobody should tell you how to feed your family. I could see if you was out here slanging heroin and that shit, but you helping people. You're helping people. They packaged the bill as to make it illegal to market to children. We all supported it, and the night before, they edited the language to make it illegal. That's exactly how they play. That's exactly how they play. Man, look at here. Yes. Oh, man. That's exactly how they play the game. Because now they got you all on board saying that y'all see, then that's when they should be forced to have another vote. They should be forced to have another vote. That way people can have chance to look at it. But they be doing some shady stuff. But until we get in there and actually make them do their job, they're gonna continue to do some shady stuff because they after that money. They after that money, you know what I'm saying? And just like Justice say, the Plug's gonna be balling on them streets. They trying to make money. They hurting themselves in the long run. They finna find out, boy. They finna find out. EAV. What's that? That may be something new, or they probably somebody ain't never ran into it. I ain't have to deal with up there. Already, but yes, sir. Like I said, this is Reggae Hour. Misfit Revolutionary Hour podcast. You can find us on your favorite streaming services. So just make sure y'all hit that like, follow, subscribe, hit that share button, you know what I'm saying? And let them know. Let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Caleb, I'm finna put my email address up here. I want you to email us. We can definitely use you on a podcast about this. We got another one that's going to be coming out. They don't care. Thousands of businesses out back to black market. Problem is most consumers don't have access to a plug. Well, hey, maybe we can change that here. Reach out to us, bro. Reach out to East Atlanta Village. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Bet. All right. Yeah. Like I just put my email address. Go ahead and copy that. Put that in the link in your email. Hit me up. I'm gonna send you my number. Let's get you on here because we want to talk about what's going on and how we can maybe mobilize and actually stop this mess. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's already too late for Texas per se when it comes to SB3, but maybe we can put in some more efforts in order to be able to help proper regulation get put in. You never know. You're talking people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. How you going to market to them? There's ways. Trust me. There's ways. I guarantee you they got grandchildren. And I ain't talking about no young grandchildren either. I'm talking about at 60, they got adult grandchildren. It is, but we can always fix it, and all it takes is for us to get together, put our minds to it, and any problem that we come across, and it's done, it's over with. We ain't got to ever worry about it again. You feel me? Already, you got my email address already, everybody. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy, Mr. E, boss of the Southside Bosses. It's 1:10 over here in Texas in the morning. I'm finna go ahead and lay it down because I got to get up in 3 hours. The work don't ever stop, baby. Yes, sir. Caleb, hit me up. All right.